Welcome to Ferrari Land. Your ticket gets you 1 day in here. Kind of makes sense because there's really one ride. I mean, there's a few filler attractions. Everybody's interested in the main event, which seems to have a queue of about 2 hours all day long. Park's only open 2 till 10. It's currently 6 o'clock. We've kind of just waited to come in because I didn't really fancy a 2-hour queue in the Spanish heat. So let's go in and see what this park's like. There's the museum, there's a flying theatre, there is the big boy, and there's a couple other things. So yeah, let's go in and have a look. Just had to go on Racing Legends. Like everything else in this park, their queue management is horrific. We'll get in there and it's a simulator ride, I guess, similar-ish to like the Simpsons and Universal. It said it's going to squirt water, scent and blow air. I felt the air, I did not feel the other two things. The motion didn't really tie with the ride. Bit of a disappointment. I mean, it was only a 10-15 minute wait, so it wasn't huge. But yeah, not a great start. So next thing is Red Force. That thing, you can't wait for front row. It's either hot luck or you need to pay for an express pass, and then you can get on front row. Jesus, it's fast. I had heard later in the day some people are lucky to kind of just get on Red Force and on Red Force and on Red Force. It's 7:30. That's still sitting at 2 hours. Aye, aye, aye. If you like Ferraris and you want to imagine what it's like to have one, then inside the gallery they have 2 photo ops, just like my daughter's doing right now. One inside this Ferrari, and then one inside this one, which Hannah's just going into right now. You go, Hannah, hurry up. I mean, she is in there. It looks like she's sunk, but she is in there. So if you are coming to this park, you probably don't need a whole day. I don't know if you can read those times, because I can't right now. But about an hour and 40, an hour and 20. So you need maybe 5 hours in this park. At least at this time of the season, it's open 2 till 10, so it's open for 8 hours. We didn't turn up till 6. I really didn't fancy standing in any queues during the Spanish heat. Bad enough just now. So yeah, half a day, you should be able to cover this park. They do have an express pass for €29. I don't think there's enough rides to justify it personally, although the rides that are here do get silly long queues. Anyway, that's how long you need. Just done Flying Dreams, basically a flying theatre. It's alright. I mean, flying theatres, they're all the same. You know, the screen was blurry. Unless you're in the sweet spot, you can see the top of the screen or the bottom of the screen or the sides of the screen. Had a lot of nice smell pods, effects. It was alright. Not the best one I've ever been on though. Anyway, I think we're now going to brave Red Force, and then that'll pretty much be park closed. Wish me luck. Red Force has a single rider line, which sounds great, but bizarrely from what I've heard, you have to walk through half of the normal line to get to the single rider, which just doesn't make any sense. So it does have it, but you have to persevere with the normal queue. They don't do operations very well in these parks. They have a pit stop experience where you can see how quickly you can change a tyre. But since all the clocks say 20-25 seconds, I don't think anyone here is going to be getting on an F1 team anytime soon. Anyway, another fun little thing to do, I guess. So, ended the day on Red Force. Said an hour and 20 and then the queue dropped to 40 minutes, which actually we only waited 30 minutes, which was pretty good. That was interesting. That was a little bit fast. I'll put the video in. I managed to keep a straight face for the photo, and then as soon as the photo was over, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's an interesting park. I don't know, I mean, I can see why they only give you one day in it, because there's very little to do and you probably wouldn't rush back. But it's one for the bucket list, it's been done. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, think about subscribing, share it with a friend who's considering coming. I've been Chris, you've been watching Coaster Dad, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.